All right, this type of problem requires us to be dependent on these rules. And the rules tell us how to, for example, add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 all the way up to n. Or how to add 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus 4 squared plus 5 squared plus all the way up to n squared. Or how to add 1 cubed plus 2 cubed plus 3 cubed plus 4 cubed as I goes to 5 cubed, 6 cubed, all the way up to n cubed. We will be needing to use these formulas in this process. So let's begin and see how this works. Remember that there's only one variable in this expression, and it ain't n. N is a fixed upper limit of how many times we're going to do this process. I is the only variable. I changes from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 all the way up to n, but n is a fixed constant. So our only variable is I, and notice in yellow here, we apply these rules when we've narrowed it down to just I cubed, or I squared, or I, or a constant. All right, let's begin that process. So this entire thing is multiplied by 1 over n, and 1 over n is a constant. So it has nothing to do with these formulas. Let's write that constant in front of the summation sign because we can. It's a property of sums. All right, so I factored the 1 over n factor in front of the summation. And we're trying to reduce this to just I, or I squared, or I cubed, in this case just I. So let's go ahead and use another property of summations. All right, the summation of these terms added together is the same thing as adding together the summation of the individual terms. So this is the summation of 8 over ni, and 8 over n is a constant, so we can write it as a factor in front of the summation. And boom, we're ready to apply this formula. As for this term, we have the summation of just 3 as I goes from 1 to n. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 n times, or in other words, just 3n. So the summation of I as I goes from 1 to n is n times n plus 1 over 2 per our formula. And the summation as I goes from 1 to n of 3 is 3 times n as per our formula. So we've rewritten what's inside these blue brackets, and that's all multiplied by 1 over n, and we're taking the limit as n approaches infinity of that entire product. Doing some algebra, n squared plus n times 8, and 2 times n. And now, let's go ahead and distribute the 1 over n. There's a lot of ways to proceed from here, so feel free to do it however you want, but I'm just going to go ahead and, I don't know, 1 over n times 3n is just 3, and 1 over n times that is that over 2n squared. Now I'm going to, think of this as 8n squared divided by 2n squared plus 8n over 2n squared, leaving me with 8n squared over 2n squared is 4, plus 8n over 2n squared is 4 over n, plus 3, and as n approaches infinity, 4 over n approaches 0, so this expression is equal to 4 plus 3, which is 7. Choice C. I hope this video helped.